Okay, we are back for video number 2. 2 more projects using scraps of designer series paper. We'll wait just a second and let some people hop on. And Dale is trying to find the video. Got it? Right there. So he'll be able to watch comments. Wait just a minute. I know it has a little bit of a lag from when we hop on. But we are going to make a couple more cards in this video. And now we're using strips of designer series paper. And again, we're taking holiday designer series paper. And we are turning it into birthday cards, thank you cards. We're using up those little scraps. Good morning, Candy.
Donna's back.
Welcome back, Donna. So if you have the class packet, I need those basic supplies again. And then if you would like to do mystery stamping along with us, be sure to go look for the mystery stamping supply list in this group. And I'll do one more demonstration at 11 o'clock and then we'll do mystery stamping. Okay, let's go ahead and get started on this project. So this time, we're actually making a card that would be perfect for Valentine's Day, just an anniversary card, just because you love someone card. And what I love about this is we are actually using Halloween paper. So Cute Halloween, this is the B side of that paper that we're using to create this cute little love card. So let me show you a few supplies that we're using with this. The love comes from the Word Wishes die set. And this is a huge set of dies that has lots of different holidays. I know there's Thanksgiving, Christmas, birthday. What else did we see, Dale? Mother's Day and Father's Day. So yes, Thanksgiving. So the one I've used the most is probably love. But there's lots of different sentiments in this, and this is a great one. Happy is in here as well, isn't it? So these are great to die cut, or you've seen us before die cut maybe 3 or 4 of the sentiment and glue them together and make a nice thick chunky focal image that way. So these are great. It's a great die set to have in your stash. And then another one that we're using, and I have to say, this is called Give It a Whirl, and it is actually designed to make spinner cards. And when this came out in the annual catalog back in May, I had to have it right away, didn't I?
Yes.
And have I used it?
No.
Not for spinner cards, but that needs to be my New Year's resolution, my crafty resolution, that I will pull this out and make some spinner cards. But there are several little components to this die set that I've used quite a bit. And it's got 4 super cute little hearts inside, and they've got stitching on them. So that's what I've used the most out of this die set. But there's little stars, there's all kinds of things.
We used the stars on one of the Christmas cards we did.
Yeah, we've used the components to it, but I just haven't done a actual spinner card. Now, I also, when I pull these back out, there's clouds. And in the new catalog in Celebration, there's some super cute rainbow stamps and designer series paper that's free from Celebration. So I'm going to pull this back out when I create with that again, because they're going to be perfect with that. So that's another great die set. And in your packet, if you have the kit, you're going to find that your love sentiment has sticky on the back. So you're going to be able to peel back and you're just going to be able to stick it on. So when Dale did the die cutting for this class, he used, and I think mine is an older adhesive sheet. So this is, oh gosh, 6 by 12.
Yes.
And you can actually attach this to your cardstock before you die cut. So especially when you're doing something really intricate, or you're doing words like that, this is perfect. And then you just cut that cardstock like you normally would, and you've got a sticker when you're done. So be sure to peel the backing off of your love when you get ready to attach it, because it's already a sticker for you. So let's pull out our supplies, and you do have that little love, and you've got a couple of little hearts, so be sure to set them aside first so that they don't get lost. And then we've got a piece of basic black cardstock, and it's 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4. Let's just burnish that score line. And we are making a love card, which would be perfect for Valentine's Day, using Halloween paper. So we do have a piece of basic white to put on the inside.
Sherry says she likes the turning it into a sticker.
Mm-hmm. It's great.
Donna said thanks.
Yes, ma'am. It's hard to put adhesive on those little pieces. Now, we've learned lots of tips as far as you can use like a sponge dauber. You can get your silicone craft sheet, use a sponge dauber with some glue and add the glue that way. But it's really nice to use those sheets. And you can be kind of judicious with them. You don't have to cover the entire sentiment, do you? Just kind of a strip.
No, but I cover my entire hand before it's done.
So I wanted to show you the B side, or the A side of this paper, so you can see this truly was little skeletons and pumpkins and cats. So isn't this fun to be able to use up pieces of designer series paper that we used for Halloween? Now it looks like on mine, and I may have done this on purpose. Oops, let's flip that over. They're a little bit long, so we're gonna do like we did the last time, and it may be easier to add the glue to our layer, and we're just going to snip off the excess. So of course for this class I prepared supplies, but I wanted to point out to you that you may have pieces that are just a little bit too long, you know, and you just snip that off. Use up those scraps. So this would also be a really cute layout to do as a birthday card, a thank you card. What else, Dee? Can you think of anything else we could do with it?
We could do anniversary card.
Oh, yeah. This time I'll put a little bit on the strip. So again, you could certainly add embellishments if you want to. I just left a little bit of room in between those two pieces of designer series paper. And I did that one the other way. That's okay. I can snip it the other way. And I guess I should have made sure that I have plenty of room for my love sentiment over here. I think I do. It's going to be close, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to be okay. They're busy working, so not any comments, huh?
No. Well, other than Becky said this is a good use for her Halloween paper that she's
Yes, it is. And I know, Becky, that you do cards for, you know, you take orders for cards. And so, yeah, isn't that nice to be able to use up what you have, and you could actually make up some samples of a cute Valentine card to show people. Use up some supplies. Very, very simple, but super cute. So just think about the other papers that you have strips of that you would want to use up. And I love that so many times the B side is very different. And now I lost my love, like I told y'all not to. So I'm just going to take my nail, but if you have take your pick tool handy, you can see how easily you can pull off that backing. And then just stick your sentiment on. Now be sure that all the little bits have come out. They usually do really well when you use those adhesive sheets, but just make sure that all those little bits have come out of your O and your E, and then just stick it right down. Let me find my little hearts. And I'm actually going to pop them up. I think a dimensional will fit perfectly on this one. And you can place them really wherever you would like to. I may put these over on this other side. And I think I'm going to make Donna happy, and I'm going to cut just a tiny little piece of dimensional to go on the back of this other heart. I don't know where my minis are right now, but that works. So I think these hearts are just super cute because they have the stitching on them. I don't know. What do you think, Dale? Does that look okay? Do I need to move that down?
No, it looks fabulous.
That would even look cute with little hearts going all the way up the side. But I didn't cut that many hearts. And we'll just add this to the front. You could certainly use dimensionals if you want to pop that layer up, give it even more interest. And again, we've got another super quick, super cute card done. And used up some scraps. Now let's take it one more step further. Let me grab my basket that has my Wink of Stella.
No.
And I'm going to come in with some Wink of Stella on these little hearts. Just add a little shimmer. Now you could certainly, I think, some little rhinestones, and you could even color them red if you wanted to. Rhinestones would look cute. You know, if you have little pieces of ribbon left over, you could even use ribbon strips down the side. So really get your imagination going here. Okay. Look, I didn't glue this one in the center either when I was prepping. Let me do that right quick, and then these will be finished.
If you just had a die cut machine, you could have cut some more hearts.
We cut quite a few hearts. You may have to do some tips on die cutting for us someday, huh? Okay, let me grab the next one. We've got another card. Oops. That was my Wink of Stella, wasn't it? We've got another card that we're going to make in this video. I'll give you guys a chance to get caught up. Let us know if you need more time.
Cecil Ann, Georgia.
Good morning, Cecil Ann. How are you? Hope you had a good birthday. We're just making cards this morning. Okay, so here is our next project. And this time we are using, Sweet Stockings Designer Series paper. And this is a pretty Christmassy paper. But it also, to me, looks like sweaters. And so I thought I can get by with making a birthday card, a winter birthday card, using this paper. Again, use the hearts from the Give It a Whirl die. And I actually used this one as the envelope seal. I saw somebody do that on a video, a couple weeks ago, and I thought, what a cute idea to use die cuts as the seal. So that's what we're going to do with that. So you've got two sizes of hearts. Now you could certainly add that to the card if you would rather. So let's work on this one next. I do have a piece of grid paper that I'm going to use. This is where you may want to grab a ruler or some type of straight edge to help you get your things straight, just depending on how particular. Let's use that word, right? Particular you want to be?
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of winging it. So we've got just a basic white, the thick basic white cardstock that we're going to use for our base. And this, again, straightforward, very simple card. I normally love lots of layers. I'm still a clean and simple stamper, but I normally don't adhere directly to the card base, but we're going to today because we're keeping it simple. So I've already cut these pieces for you, and they're 3/4 of an inch by 3 1/2. And I actually even notched them for you, and I used, what is that, tailored tag punch. I thought I had it out. Yes, I do. So this is the tailored tag punch, and I love this punch. We use it all the time. It's a great punch for sentiments that you want to, use this as to stamp your sentiment on. But it's also great to notch little strips of paper. So it's one that we grab. Last year there was a punch that you could use. Oh, now I can't even remember the name of it, but it retired. And so I like to use current products whenever I'm doing classes with you guys, so you don't fall in love with something and then I tell you, oh, you can't get it anymore. Triple banner punch. That's what I used to love. Well, this one works with a lot of different sizes of banners as well. So you can go as wide as this punch. So it does really well on little skinny ones. You just put that strip in and line it up and punch, and you've got a banner. So I went ahead and did that for you. Now I've got a different idea that I'm going to do with you this time than what I did on my sample. So this time, what I think I'm going to do is take these strips, and I'm just lining everything up the way that I want it. I think I may put those on the outside. And this time I'm thinking it might be fun to cut these strips at different lengths. Now let me know what you think. But I thought that might be fun. And again, using up these little strips.
Cherry Berries joins you, and so is Mary.
Glad you're back, Sherry. Hi, Mary. Anyway, I think that's what I'm going to do. So I tend to not adhere down my whole banner. I tend to just do the top part. That's what I like. I like the way that it gives the dimension that this can actually be lifted up. So let me think here what the easiest way will be. What?
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Mary Allison joins you as well.
Hi, Mary. I think I'm going to line it up here because I kind of want to get some idea where my center point is. I think I'm pretty good. And again, you could measure this all out if you want to. I'm just kind of eyeballing. I know that makes some of you nervous, but I'm okay with it. And it's not perfect, it's handmade, right?
Exactly.
So I'm going to start with my center one. I'm going to just put a little bit of glue at the top. I want to come down from the top just a little bit, because I'm going to bring that banner across the top. And then I'm going to come in with this one, and I'm just going to snip off, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch. Put a little bit of glue and line it up. And then this one I may bring it about right there. So again, just snipping off a little bit. But if you prefer to do yours the way I did the sample, that's fine. Or you may even have a different way that you want to create yours. The other thing I did when I made my original is turning it sideways kind of helped too, to get everything situated. I was able to tell if it was straight a lot better when I turned it sideways. And that one doesn't look straight.
good.
Now let me know if you think this looks too Christmassy. I liked it. I thought for a winter birthday it would be fine.
Mary said she has a birthday that she's gonna give this card too.
Oh, good. Yeah, I think for winter birthdays this works. It's still sweater weather.
Well, someplace other than Texas.
It's actually supposed to get cooler here all day long as the day goes by. Let me cut this one off. Whoops, I almost cut the wrong end. A little bit shorter. I think having them different lengths too helps to kind of camouflage that it's not perfect.
Good tip.
Because I am not perfect. Okay, so it's a little bit over to the right, but again, not going to worry about it. I think the kind of whimsical fun paper too. I've never had given anybody a card and them say, that is not very cute. That's not straight. Never had that happen. Okay, we are going to bring in Cherry Cobbler ink and that happy birthday sentiment again that we used earlier because it's just too cute. Everybody doing okay? Any comments, Steve?
Sherry said she likes the different links on it.
Oh, good. And we'll stamp this over toward the left this time. Mix it up. That's crooked. I don't know. Is it beautiful? I think it's crooked. Is it? Yeah, it is. Let's try one more time. Paper has two sides for a reason. Right? I think that's better this time. We're going to go with it. Okay. And then we're going to bring this across the top, and I did use dimensionals, of course, to pop that up. And I got to tell which side. This is my boo-boo. Those backings off. I could use my Take Your Pick tool. And I find turning it upside down helps me get it even. I think that looks pretty good. What do you think, Dee?
I like it.
Get those little dimensional backs out of the way. And so this time, our heart will be over on this side. And because I popped up the sentiment, I'm just going to glue the heart down. This would make a cute Valentine card too. I'm going to pop that on at an angle. And again, I'm going to grab some Wink of Stella because we love shiny. You could certainly do that before you add it to your card. Just put a couple coats of Wink of Stella on there. Okay. And then for the envelope flap, I just went ahead and put just a tiny bit of glue at the very top of the heart so that I could go ahead and add that to my envelope now. And that way, when I'm ready to send a card, it'll already be attached. I don't have to worry about keeping up with that little heart. But isn't that a cute idea to add a die cut to the back of your envelope? I just thought that turned out really sweet. So a really great little winter birthday card. And I think I like the different length of the strips as well. I think that was Sherry that liked that, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
I like that too. Okay.
I like the way that it gives it an extra little bit of visual interest.
Mm-hmm. It does. Yeah, you could even cut those at an angle. You wouldn't have to banner them. There's lots of different things you could do with this layout. So I will definitely put a post up that you can share. I hope that this inspires you to do some other creating today or in the days to come with your scraps. And so I'll put a post up where you can share what you're doing, or even if you made changes to the cards that we're creating today. Now we will be back at 11 o'clock. We've got one more demonstration and we have mystery stamping. So we'll take a quick break and we'll be back with you in just a few minutes.